Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is bending the league in ways none of us had ever imagined, and the numbers keep hitting harder every week. Every night he plays, it feels like another reminder of the NBA might be watching its next unstoppable prospect. But really, how far can this level take Oklahoma City this season? Before we dive into the number, make sure to subscribe and keep your valuable support coming, and let's dive into SGA insanity. What Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is doing right now is something the league just doesn't see twice. Over his last 100 regular season games, he's stacked up 3,243 points, 637 assists, and 164 steals while shooting 52% from the field. And only one player in NBA history has ever matched a span like that: Michael Jordan. When a guy's stat line casually lines up with MJ, you know where the conversation goes. And the wild part is that this isn't even Shai's peak. He's rolling through the start of the 2025-26 season with 32.8 points, 6.5 assists, 4.7 rebounds, and 1.5 steals per night on 54.8% shooting. He's also hitting a career-best 43% from deep. And because Oklahoma City is blowing teams out every week, he's barely playing fourth quarters. His minutes are down, but his impact is up. That's what makes the Thunder's 21-1 start so loud. They're not grinding out wins. They're steamrolling the league with the second-best 22-game start in NBA history. They're tracking towards 78 wins, which would shatter the 1996 Bulls record. And the engine behind it is a guard who has made superstar numbers feel routine. Shai leads the entire league in clutch points scored this season, even though he ranks outside the top 240 in fourth quarter minutes. That's right, he's barely on the court late in games, and he still has 87 clutch points, which is 17 more than Tyrese Maxey. In just about 53 total clutch minutes, he's scoring almost 2 points per minute on 54% from the field and 40% from deep. This makes no sense for a guy whose team never needs him late. And that's the point. When Oklahoma City does find itself in a tight spot, Shai takes over instantly. But most nights, the Thunder are already up 20 by the time the fourth quarter rolls around. That's why he's on pace to blow past Stephen Curry's 2016 record of 19 fourth quarters missed. Shai has already sat out 12, and it's only early December. For a player averaging nearly 33 points on career best efficiency, sitting fourth quarters should be impossible. But OKC is built so well, they can protect their superstar while still chasing history, and the dominance keeps stacking. Because the Thunder aren't just winning, they're winning with a roster built to overwhelm teams everywhere. This Thunder team has been slapped with a label usually reserved for movie villains: inevitable. Bleacher Report used that one-word verdict for a reason. They're 21-1, their point differential is plus 15.3, and they're outpacing last season's NBA record of plus 12.9. And they've barely had their full starting lineup all year. They're running 12-man rotations, plugging in players like Alex Caruso, AJ Mitchell, and Cason Wallace without losing momentum. Shai is the steady pulse, and everyone else reads his rhythm. Even with Jalen Williams missing most of the first quarter of the season, OKC never slipped. And once Williams returned, his 22 points, 6 assists, and stout defense in the win over Golden State reminded everyone just how deep this roster is. Holmgren is blocking shots, stretching the floor, and anchoring the defense. Williams gives them a 3-level scorer next to Shai. Then there's the blowout factor. They're winning so comfortably that Shai has played in only 11 of OKC's 22 fourth quarters. He averages just 3.5 fourth quarter minutes because by then the game is already wrapped. But for all the team strength, the streaks Shai is chasing by himself are even more unreal. What Shai is doing night after night is bordering on absurd. He has now scored at least 20 points in 95 straight games, the second longest streak in NBA history behind only Wilt Chamberlain's 126. The last time Shai failed to hit 20 was October 2024, back when the Thunder were still rising. Since then, he's been a metronome. The craziest part, his efficiency is higher than ever. He's shooting 55 to 56% from the field, depending on the night, around 44% from 3, and 88% at the line. His true shooting sits at a staggering 68.6%. far better than his MVP season. And during the Mavs game, where he scored 33 in just 29 minutes, he posted a 95.5% true shooting night. That's the most efficient game of his career. And that wasn't a one-off. He's stacking performances like this weekly, even with injuries around him and a rotation constantly shifting. This is why he's in a position to push toward Wilt's second longest streak by the end of the month and possibly chase the all-time record by spring. His teammate Jalen Williams said it best. He's seen the work up close, and none of this surprises him. And while history is stacking behind him, the real storyline is how the Thunder keep rolling even when things get messy. Right as Oklahoma City pushed its win streak to 14 and improved to 22-1, the team ruled Shai out with elbow bursitis. No warning, no buildup, just a clean scratch before the Utah game. For most teams, losing a player averaging 32.8 points on elite splits would shatter momentum. The Thunder didn't blink. Despite missing Shai, Lou Dort, Isaiah Hartenstein, Alex Caruso, Isaiah Joe, Nikola Topic, and Thomas Sorber, they still entered the night as road favorites. That's the power of this roster. A trio of Holmgren, Williams, and Wallace can carry them when needed. And behind that trio sits arguably the deepest bench in the league. Even with half their rotation sidelined, OKC still operates with the same standard. Defend hard, run, share the ball, keep the pressure high. The big question now is what comes next once Shai returns healthy. They already own one of the best 23 game starts in league history. They're on pace to challenge the Warriors' 73 wins, and they're doing it with a superstar who hasn't even needed to close games. Williams looks sharper every night. Holmgren is evolving into a defensive anchor, built for deep playoff runs. If this is the version of Shai before the stretch run, before playoff mode, before the roster is fully intact, then the next phase could push the Thunder into territory the league hasn't seen in years. And if Shai keeps bending numbers the way he has, the season ahead may belong to him before anyone else even gets the chance to chase it. Points to a player who has stepped into full command of the league. The winning, the control of every matchup, it all comes together in a way that makes this run feel bigger than a typical MVP stretch. And in the end, let's hope that this season might be remembered as the year Shai elevated the Thunder into a true powerhouse. So, what do you think of Shai's ceiling this season? And how far do you think the Thunder can go if he keeps playing like this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like the video, subscribe, and thanks for watching.